Hello, thanks for watching. I've just been on a ski trip not too long ago in France, in a small town called Valois in the French Alps, and that's also in the Savoie region in France, where they have the big knife maker called Opinel. And if you know Opinel, you know they have this classic design on their knives that has been like that for about 100 years or so. But there was also a couple of nice shops in the little town, the little mountain town, where they had a big selection of Opinel knives, and one had also some more other knives. But I bought a few, and we're gonna have a look at them today. So I'm gonna switch to the table, and we're gonna check the knives. Okay, so this is the first knife that I bought. This is not an Opinel knife. This is from the shop that was more like a tourist shop. They had t-shirts and ceramic and handmade stuff and things like that. And they also had a pretty good selection of Opinel knives. I think maybe like 80% of the entire Opinel catalog. And they had a lot of other knives like known and unknown brands like Bock and different known knives. But they also had this with this very nice little engravings or carvings in it that says Valois Galipier. The area on the back, it's more smooth, and this is more like a souvenir thing than a real tough tool or anything like that. But it's not like 100% smooth perfection here. It's a little bit rough, and the blade is more like let's put a steel in some wood and polish it up to make it look good. And it's kind of a classic old school knife. And it's a pretty decent little knife, but it's more like a souvenir thing. So, but very nice with these little engravings with the name on the town. So let's put it right there and check the next. The next knife is this, an Opinel Outdoor number 8. This is the Vendiglobe collection officiel. This is a special edition of the number 8 Outdoor. And if we just open it up, you can see in the blue and the red coloration. It also comes in different colors, but not in the Vendiglobe edition. And the Vendiglobe is sort of as I understand it, a boat race around the world. So they made a little bit of a sort of a special edition to that. If you don't know the Opinel knives, they have been sort of in this design for about 100 years or so. There's no spring in the blade, no tension in it. It's just a blade and normally in a wooden grip, but they have made a sort of a more modern version like this with the stainless and the serrated blades. With these are made especially for cutting rope, and with a small whistle in the back for survival. And it's really lightweight, and I think it's a pretty good survival knife, but maybe not like a primary survival knife, more like a backup survival knife. Lightweight, and you can also lock the blade by twisting this, and it's locked. So very nice little knife. Of course, it was a little bit more expensive. I think it was a couple of euros more for the Wendy Globe edition, but it is a limited edition, so I think this is a nicer thing to have in a collection. So the Opinel Outdoor Wendy Globe, and this is from a really small sort of tobacco store in the town. They had only like cigarettes and cigars and maybe a lottery ticket. There's no milk and sugar and ice cream, nothing like that. It's just tobacco and Opinel knives. But they had sort of what I think is a complete selection of Opinel knives. They even had some that I haven't seen on the Opinel homepage. But I also bought this. I thought, okay, I have a souvenir, a more modern, but not modern knife in a classic old school design. I also wanted something really a little more collectible, a little more, what we could say, high-end, without being extremely expensive. And since it is in the area where they make the knife, I think actually the prices was pretty fair. As you can see here, the next is comes in with a sort of a certificate that says made in France, and it's called the number 8, Les Trois Continents, the 3 continents, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. As you can see, it comes in a nice little sheath. And it's a classic Opinel design with a wooden grip and a standard unserrated blade. This is a very classic Opinel design. As I said before, it has been like that for about 100 years, and also with the twist lock here. This knife is called the 3 continents, and that's because the grip is made out of 3 different types of wood, and I can tell you it says it's black ebony, American rosewood, and European boxwood. So it has all been joined together in the grip, and it's also marked with an individual serial number. You can see here, number 1528. When I got into the store, there was a younger guy there. They're not all very good with English, but he spoke okay English, and he knew about the Opinel knife. So that was really satisfying to talk to someone who really knew about the knives. He gave me a couple of different Les Trois Continents knives, and the second I looked at was number 1523, but my son, he chose this one because it has a more sort of an even pattern in the wood. But there are only about 4,000 made of these knives worldwide, so I think that's a pretty good little collectible knife, and also with a polished blade. They're not all polished. That's only for the little more expensive versions. So very nice, and yep, a very nice little addition to my knife collection. And I thought when I was there, why not? It's fun to have something from your expeditions around the world. Okay, so that was the knives from my ski trip, and adding to my knife collection. There's not really much more anyway, so thanks for watching, and until I see you next time, remember to have some fun, enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video.